Hi guys, what's up? Well, we are here playing some Final Fantasy, and we're gonna try doing some more Iron Man stuff. I won't. Oh, right. Hi guys, what's up? No, that's not meant to happen. Okay. That was interesting. Right, so we need to head back to Limsa Liminsa. I need this. I need to go to Dragoon. That's what I was playing. Okay. I'm using the Aetherite thing because, yeah. I need to save money. Oh, wait, I have Aetherite tickets. Always use. Okay. We've got 99. Hopefully that'll be enough to support us through the trying time of, what do you call this thing? MSQ. For a bit, until we can get to the point where we can buy them. Oh wait, we have to be level 50 before we can do that. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Drowning Wench. Oh, wait. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit wherever you like, lass. I'll be with you in a... I am Barteron, alright? Who's asking? Oh, I heard of as if we got a job for a capable adventurer, you said? Oh, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though. This ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. Okay. I am definitely interested. Where am I? Oh, okay. No. We will take this. Because, yeah. I need the monies. Oh. Hi. Nope. Um. Okay. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Well, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it, some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out as the Sasasha secret. I need a trustworthy sort to head up north to Aleport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Sound like much, I know. But it weren't so long ago as the Fishback's pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit. And folk are feeling a bit nervous. No. If you would permit me, Master Badaron, I should be happy to elaborate. Okay. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself. To what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure my patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation. I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sastasher Seagrot included. Their research revealed little save that a family of corals had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sastasha again. But the Sahagin, testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. And it's settled. Sastasha is located in western Lanosha. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vimelpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. Here, the man. Good luck to you. Yay. I definitely didn't do this dungeon yesterday. Someone went blue mage and it decided to explode. I don't have a conjurer class, do I? No, I don't. I don't even have a phoenix. Oh, I do have Phoenix down. It'd be nice. It's not like I ever use them anyway. Okay, Vimelpa's... I got an achievement! I didn't know that was an achievement. Okay, cool. Alright, I should go ahead and talk to these people. Hi! Because it's XP, because I definitely need XP. We all know how it feels to have had one too many, and that's why I'll not fault our patrons for much of what goes on at our tables. Is it too much to ask that they keep their belongings to their person when they leave? It wouldn't bother me so much if half of them didn't show up a week later, ranting and raving as if their drunken heedlessness were somehow my fault. Take this impressive-looking journey right here, or journal right here. As often used as it seems to be. I have no doubt its owner is tearing up the town searching for his prized possession. A stranger he was, a swarthy Rogadan who enjoyed his drink. Seemed to be getting on well with one of our regulars. Quentin. Perhaps you could still catch up with him and spare me the headache? I'd offer you a free drink, but last time I did that, Wateron docked my wages. Oh, this is the one for the... Yeah, this guy. Which is fine, because I will end up going to each of the areas, so I'll do it as I go. You're either a brave woman or a fool. Friend, to be wandering the streets of Limsa today. What with the slasher fisherman's bottom on loose? You have not heard? There's a madman about. White said he brandished his blade so long and sharp that he could cut a whale. No one's seen any blood yet. That hasn't stopped the rumors from sending shivers up spines in every alehouse. That you're still standing before me tells me you don't scare as easily as the rest. Perhaps you could assist with the investigation? Yeah. What? Okay. Sure. Have I seen who? No, just because I spend more nights at the winch than in my own home doesn't mean I'm nights when every Saturday comes stumbling through the doors. Wait a minute. Why didn't you say so sooner? The tight guy drained 20 flagons and promptly passed out, leaving you surely to foot the bill. He was heading for Airboard, eh? Where else the scurvy sop? And why willing? He's still straining out the fairy dogs. All the girls know I won't help me get my guilt back. Nope. No, madame. What are you waiting for? That's him, the slasher. Apprehend him, toss him in the gaol, and throw away the key, or gut him and feed his lifeless body to the sharks for all I care. Just do something. Oh, woe is me. Whatever did I do to deserve this cruel fate? For 6 moons I served every last scale of my husband's earned wage, forgoing new shoes, a new purse, sometimes even food for our children, all in anticipation of this day. What's so special about today, you ask? Why, this day marks the arrival of a world-renowned esthetician in Limsa. My endless patience and self-control were to be rewarded with a hair-raising transformation that would have every fashion-conscious Flemington oohing and eyeing in admiration. Instead, I found myself accosted by this lecherous lout. Now, speaking of which, weren't you going to do something about this? Go ahead, have your way with him. I doubt he has anything to say for himself. What do you gotta say? Oh, the ignominy of it all. Of course you take her side. Shame is there not one sympathetic ear in this nation? An artiste of my own renown should be welcomed with open arms and a 21-cannon salute. And that I'm branded a criminal, the tools of my trade, nay, the extensions of my very soul, ripped unceremoniously from my person like barnacles from the side of a frigate. I'll not rest long in my weakened state. No, even as we speak, the world round me grows dim. With my dying breath I speak unto you 3 names, 3 kind souls who may yet right what has gone so frightfully wrong. Forgemaster Hernanza of Neldic Vermilies, Guildmaster Beaton of Gridonian Carpenter's Guild, and Savarian at the Alchemist's Guild in Waldar. If there's an ounce of compassion in you, seek them out, and tell them Jenna Lane sent you. When my soul is restored, my name rightfully cleared, all of Limsa, nay, the entire realm, will sing your praises, for I, Jenna Lane, am none other than yeah. Now, give away. Okay. Now to go to see Hernanza. I should sprint. Gentling, sent you? Let me guess, the barmy fool's lost his tools, pardon me, the appendages of his very soul, again, and is thrashing and tossing like the end of days is nigh. A man brings it on himself. If he toned down the theatrics and went about his work like an earnest craftsman, it'd say he'd save himself these misunderstandings. Well, I've not a whit of sympathy for the fool. You, however, have my pity, indeed, for having to play audience to his winging. Anyway, this should shut him up for a while. Tell him if he loses these, I'll grab the next pair into his hands. Yes, ma'am. We'll tell him post haste. Oh, once I finish everything else out. Honor and glory do we first lay eyes upon one another. I am Uma Bugyo, the head of the delegation from the far eastern nation of Hingashi. We are come on a mission to tend to the fire of friendship with your Eorzea. This we seek to do by sharing the joys of our Heavensward customs, which differs from those observed on these shores. While the people of Eorzea choose a deity to be first among the 12, we in the Far East grant that honor to one of the 12 noble beasts. And this year, the honor belongs to the horse, the most dignified and dependable of steeds. Now, though I previously had the pleasure of introducing the horse in Eorzea, few are they still who have the true appreciation for the creature. This time, therefore, it is my hope to better convey its appeal, its gallantry, and majesty, to which end we are planning to have them march in a procession. Presently, a member of our delegation is out spreading word of the event to the people of Limsa Lominsa. He wears a unique kabuto like mine, and has a delightful mascot with him besides. Well, said mascot is as anxious as it is adorable, and we're having some difficulty handling it. As an adventurer, I dare say, you have a wealth of experience interacting with creatures great and small. If you are willing, might we prevail upon your aid? Sure. In humility and gratitude, I receive your assent. Without further ado, my assistant, the Umayuriki, set off in the direction of the drowning wench. I seek him out and offer him your able assistance. I need to do that on the other caricature. Oh, wait, he's over here. Come here, I say, come here. No way to talk to a little lady. Why to promote the procession when it refuses my every command? Forgive me, I did not notice you there. Yeah, I was sent to help you by the other lady. Yuma Bugyo sent you, you said? I could indeed do with some help. That's the little one here. There is a unicorn. The young of a unicorn, and rare even in Eorzea. Our delegation was able to borrow it for this Heavensward celebration. But as you can see, it is disinclined to obey me. While I am versed in the handling of horses and can tame the unruliest of them, this creature has eluded all my attempts to reach out to it. It appears to be daunted by its new surroundings and will neither move nor respond to aught I say. Leland, I'm doing well. How about yourself? It's adorable. The unicorn approaches you of its own accord. When I collected it from Ishgard, I was told that the unicorns are for those who are pure of heart. I had thought it a myth, but the creatures may truly have the ability to sense our intent. In my eagerness to use it for our festivities, I may have driven it away, while you drew it to yourself with your innocence. Well, unless I'm mistaken, it wishes to say that, with you, it would be willing to promote the Heavensward procession. Loath though I am to impose, might I ask you to take the unicorn with you and spread the word of the event? Procession will set forth from the Zephyr Gate in Middle Lanosha, and strike southward. To begin with, you might try approaching the folk nearby. When you have finished, pray report to the Umabugyo. I leave the unicorn in your capable hands. I didn't have a heavy meal. I had a salad, which I may end up forgetting later, possibly. Only time shall tell. Oh. Yeah, I had a Caesar salad. A chicken Caesar salad. It was quite yummy. Oh, it's Heaven's turn again. Yeah. Our very distant friends have got something in store for us, I gather. No, I'm not new to the game. But this is the challenge character I'm doing, where I am trying to Iron Man it. I.e., I don't do any sort of player trading. And the goal is to eventually have enough gil to be able to do a large house. To get a large house. But that is obviously late game. And will require a lot of level quests. We will probably end up making a ton of coffee biscuits. Luckily, the gathering for coffee biscuits is the easiest to do. But I will probably wait and do that once I have at least gotten my culinarian and all of that up to level 100. Or at least like the coffee biscuits are I feel like they are the best ones to do because they are the easiest. They're the easiest to gather. Versus having to make like a bunch of little things to make that one thing. So, it will require a ton of gathering. As far as like whether it's actually still profitable, I'm not sure. But I remember it was still the best. Oh, they might have. I don't remember. Actually, I could probably Google that. I don't need to Google it right now because I will get sidetracked. And I'm not to that point yet anyway. This is a unicorn. Because it's gonna irritate me because I don't have it. Okay. I mean, it's still 1,300 gil to do the coffee biscuits, and that's if they're not high quality. So it's not like it's absolutely horrific. I feel like culinarian is going to be the best when it comes to stuff. What is? Oh, I'm right. Let me see. I don't remember if the Saitu Vono was easy. The Saitu Vono might be the easiest. Wait, what kind of? Oh, it's a constancy. Oh, they're all constancies. Okay, so the difference is that that's because it's a charity quest. Whereas all of the ones post Shadowbringers are constancy quests, which means they're a single turn in. So the coffee biscuit if you turn in 6 of them, it essentially is 2,600, which I guess is still kind of low, but it's not horrific. How do you make skier? What is skier called for? Oh no, I don't want to do that. What are we gonna end up making so I know to start? Okay, so the Saitu Vono is gonna be the easiest one to grind out. And it's a 5k thing per thing. Yeah. Because the Saitu Vono just calls for water, leaves, sugar, and cinnamon, and the lemonettes. Nothing that requires a bunch of killing and stuff. Whereas it looks like all the other stuff requires for killing. The Zurek doesn't look too bad, actually. The Zurek looks a little bit easier. But it's cheaper, so. Alright, so we just make a ton of Saitu Vono. Let me go ahead and set that up so I don't forget. Anyway. Neigh. We just neigh at the horse. Yep. Okay, Yep. So it's the Heavensward mascot. I see now that it's a unicorn. Which makes this year of the horse, eh? Okay. Oh, the lemonettes are timed node. Okay. I'll look more into that later, but for now. Okay, plays the style of its adornments. I'm mostly out on the seasons or on the sea, so I don't have much contact with horses. Yep. That was anywhere seeing horses in the Far East. It's interesting, isn't it? How two different creatures in faraway lands came to be embraced in the same way. Mm-hmm. There should be a procession outside the city, you say? Sounds like a good bit of fun. We'll tell everyone we know about it. Yay. We have to come back that way, so we'll hit it up last. my, you give me quite a shock. Whatever you might be, I've never seen a horned beast like you. Oh, so that's why it's attired this way. I must say, I do enjoy it when Heaven's turn comes to Eorzea. It allows us to experience Far Eastern culture right here at home. Well, this procession sounds delightful. I assume the little one here will be part of it as well. Hmm. Oh, adorable. I'm not too familiar with horses, so I look forward to seeing them in all their gallantry and majesty. Oh, I don't think I don't. Yeah, I remember. I don't know if they fixed that, but I think I said you couldn't teleport. Which is fine. It's not like we're having to go that far. Oh, okay. You can use the Ethernet. As long as you're in the same area. Ah, that a unicorn, young spy? That's the mascot for this year's Aventern, you say? I see, I see. As you're aware, with the grand companies have been employing horses on the trial basis. Something has came about years ago, thanks to the Heaven's Turn celebration. Being hard to come by in Eorzea, they're not like to replace chocobos, but by all accounts, they're comfortable creatures to ride. You know, the little one here reminded me of that, and if the Maelstrom also is taking part in the procession, as I expect, I'll make a point of dunking out to watch it. You returned. I am given to understand you have been promoting the procession together with the unicorn. Mm-hmm. A most excellent job you have done. If the excitement among the townspeople is any indication, allow me to express my heartfelt thanks for your assistance. Now then, may I ask how our mascot fares? When last I beheld it, it was starting at a fairly every sight and sound. Well, now, look how outgoing and cheerful you've become. Had I not known better, I would not think you the same creature. Lest you wonder, there's a reason why we went through not inconsiderable amount or effort to have a unicorn to be our mascot for this year's celebration. It all began during my previous visit to Eorzea, and our impassioned desire to introduce the horse to your land. We had incurred the ire of a fraternity representing chocobo interests. Those who were with whose leader I engaged in a heated argument. Thankfully, an Ishgardian knight chanced to be on hand, a charmingly irrepressible silver-haired gentleman, who helped us to resolve matters in civility and amity. During the crest of the unicorn, wait. Um. Hmm. Ah. I don't like. No. Don't like that. In recalling that episode, I was reminded of the greatness of bonds that transcend nations. And so, when our delegation was due to visit Eorzea once more, I was inspired to reach out to the noble house to which that knight belonged. For a time I had feared what might become of this year's event, but thanks to the Unicult, and you for helping it come into its own, I have confidence that all shall be well. Yes, all shall be well indeed. Much like the Ishgardian Knight, I believe you possess an innate ability to bring disparate hearts and souls together. That being the case with you having promoted the procession, full sure am I that we shall have a great crowd in attendance. Well then, the hour of the event is upon us. We shall begin as soon as the preparations are complete. Even as we speak, my faithful assistant should be seeing to the final preparations as the procession's departure point. Being immediately outside the Zephyr Gate, the people should not have trouble finding it. I dare say even you could make your own way there. Little one, now that you have been around the city. Yay. It does me well to see the Unicult in such good spirits. Now, seeing as you kindly promoted the procession, it seems only natural that you attended as well. Will you not do us the honor? Excellent. Pray, seek out the Umayoriki outside the Zephyr Gate. He can direct you to the best location, to the best locations for viewing the event. Oh, it's because I have the thing on. Oh wait, no, this is the Tempest Gate. Zephyr Gate is middle of Nausea, not lower. Ah, so you've come too. I was quite surprised when the Unicult appeared alone. In the short time it has been with you, it has become completely pleased around people. You truly have a way with beasts. Now then, those participating in the procession should be arriving soon. These horses, might they be? They're the first to be brought in from the Far East after your delegation's visits years ago. Being of a breed suited to our climes, they fared very well. We employ them in patrols and various other duties, and they've proven themselves most dependable. As their riders and carriers both, it gives us great pride to present them before the people on the occasion of this Heavensward. But to have our 3 steeds lined up side by side, I have no doubt that mine is the funniest among them. I beg to differ, mine has the brightest eyes and the shiniest coat and the noblest bearing. Any and all can see that it is the finest. As you can see, we're quite taken with our horses. These splendid steeds will make their way together along the road, putting their gallant and majestic forms on display A marvelous way to mark the coming of the Year of the Horse. I trust you'll agree. What's this? You wish to join the procession? I'm impressed with your newfound courage, little one. I fear it would not be safe for you to run among war-trained creatures several times your size. I'll be there to watch over it. If you will accompany it, so there is no cause for concern. And it is true that people would be delighted to see our adorable mascot. Very well, you may take part. Let us proceed in this manner. While the Grand Company horses travel along the road, the unicorn colt shall run freely through the fields with you at its side. That would help the procession end on a charming accent, I believe. Without further ado, then, the good officers and I shall set forth. We shall see you and the unicorn at the procession's end. Yay! A cute little one. We're watching from here. You reign impressively, little one. Here, be it a great stallion or a growing foal, few things are more magnificent than a horse in motion. In the Far East, it is believed that to behold the horse's majestic form in the new year is to pray for peace and plenty. Furthermore, the unicorn is a symbol of the bond between our lands, a mark of friendship that shall endure for generations. These two things serve to lend the procession even greater meaning. Ishgard, the unicorn, is held to be a sacred beast that assists in religious rites. It's rather fitting that it should assist in Heaven's turn as well. Is that so? It is most fascinating. But the unicorn is also considered a sacred beast in the Far East, possessed of divine powers. Distant though our lands may be, we have much more in common. To have the little one be part of the celebration is auspicious indeed. Ruby, a horse in motion is magnificent sight. With that, my fellows and I shall tend to the tidying up. In the meantime, I would be grateful if you could report to the Mugio. My thanks for your invaluable aid. In gladness and glee do I welcome your return. By the unicorn's quiet alone, or bearing alone, I could tell that the procession was a rousing success. You've done very well, little one, going far and above and beyond your duty as a mascot. Rightly proud of yourself you may be. Now, in the course of being at your side, our once wary unicorn has forged a bond of trust with you. Is that not so? I guess? Then, in hope and faith, do I ask you to take it with you on your journeys. And your care, I believe it can reach its full stride, and our Ishgaudian friends would doubtless agree. In parting, I bid you enjoy the Heaven's Turn festivities while they last. And on behalf of our delegation, I wish you health and happiness for the year ahead. Alright, let's see what we get. Yep. Sure. I'll only take one anyway. There's good prosperity for this caricature. Okay, what do we get? Small fortune. Dang it. Oh. Okay, so it's saying good fortune will await me in Gridania. Okay. Attend the festivals. Yeah. What did you fare? Whether it was the desired results or otherwise, I pray the words imparted by the fortune serve to guide you in the coming days. Okay. You guys only have that. Nope. Okay, time to go to the Fisher's Guild. I'll start with this guy. If you have business with me, be quick about it, my fairy, and my next creative venture wait. Drew, I thought I'd lost it forever. Pardon my rudeness, friend. Perhaps I should have stopped after 19 flags. Did you still glance at the pages, perchance? No? I'm saying that, for this book contains, might I say it, a record of my numerous adventures. Quite the inspiring read, if I do say so myself, which I believe I just did. You have the air of an adventurer about you. Oh. But take heart. Even the most accomplished adventurer, and I speak from personal experience, was once a whelp with more dreams than sense. Was there only some way for me to repay her? Oh, but of course, I have a fresh journal right here. That might as well have your name on it. Why not keep a record of your own? But one day we might regale each other with stories of our deeds. And with that, I shall be off for adventure, and a flagon or 20 of the rum's finest ale calls me. Fare you well on your journey, and next time you find yourself at the Wedge, you thank that Ellison fellow for his generosity. Ha ha. Oh, that's only sells for 25? I'll take the potions then. It never hurts to have those. You hear about Commodore Raynor's investigation? Then you want to board a ferry bound for Hillport. Once you arrive in western La Noche, though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of Novice before you blunder into Stasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in Seagrot. The hall is on the way to Stasha, just north of Airport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. Airport, please. Okay. I shall await. So, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jacket sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Sasasha Seagrot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions, and you shall need the training we here at the Hall of Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here will oversees the training schedules. Speak with him, and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. Yeah. Nah, I'm good. When you've mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Sasasha Seagrot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Visitor's log? Is there happen to be a thing? Yeah. Over on this side. Battle gear. I guess that's better than nothing. Right. And it is time to do some Sastasha. You told me you're here on the Yellow Jacket duty, and not some deaf sod out for a stroll. I cannot take more of this blasted waiting. But thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen flipping around the Isles of Umbra? We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted. Thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. That one received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here. We weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancy and serpent movers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Well, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue face tattoos. I think I'm actually gonna go in this as a duty support, with duty support. Only because this one has areas that you can't, like, people don't usually go to get the achievement for it. And I can just skip the cutscene. No. I mean, I could do that anyway, but... Okay. Okay. Crap. Oh, I gotta get the treasure coffer right here. Bing. And then... No, earcuffs doesn't matter to me. Okay. Yeah. At least these guys are not too bad. Oh. What's back here? None of them should use the LB. Next is to go grab the key over here. Yep. Alright. And then we're almost done. Could have eaten. Wait, this will go a little easier. There's nothing in here, right? No. Man, they've made them a little bit better. They used to not be able to handle this many people. I'm glad they changed it. Now here's the question, will they do the ripples? No, they don't. You know what, that's fine. Let's just focus on doing the fighting the big guy. I did it. Nice. Oh, no. Time to go to Salominsa. Yes, please. And thank you. And then from there, we head up. I can't remember if it's Gridania next. Pretty sure it's Gridania next. Which castle? Yeah. Such a task was on the boat. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Would you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha? Yeah. It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor, none the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long for this one. No matter. It will turn, and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal. Lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers, as yet unborn, to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. As of right now, our goal is just to beat ARR. But once we do that, it'll then be to beat Stormblood, and then so on and so forth until the end of the game. And then the final goal is to have a large house. That one is a very lofty goal. And it is going to be incredibly difficult. Because I will essentially have to make... Okay, so... large house, 50 mil. I will have to make roughly 3.4 million Sutaivonos. Holy crap, that's a ton. Dang, is that a lot? Okay. Our purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as armor, and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, milady. But then, are ya? Although your limbs in a tail to tail, I'll wager. Fishbacks. And then I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate's skull or 3. Plus, you turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scalies have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You have lived up to your reputation, and I can't ask for no more than that. Now, I bet you're dying for a rest, but in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. Just so happens I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? If the forest folk are in need of venture, we can get things done. Don't ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through Sunny Glade. Well, after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Okie dokie. I did hear about that job then. Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And all that I know is that and that's all that I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it pose any trouble for an adventurer who has survived the bedlam in Sastasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mione, my counterpart in Gridania. La class. Okay, you can go see Mother. Redania, please and thank you. Yeah, I still think to do the letter, mate. I'll go ahead and do it. I'm not reading it though. Message from Gentleman, you say? So he's lost another one? Does this man understand that wood does not simply grow on it? Actually, it does, at least in a manner of speaking. But the fact remains that resources are in short supply. All those flowery words, if his tools really were truly an extension of his very being, one would think you'd find a way to hold on to him for more than a fortnight or two. Gentleman's skills are not to be doubted, but his temperament leaves much to be desired. So it is not my place to judge. Take this to him, and let us both hope that he will right his ways. Okay, next is to talk to Mother. You can see where you're like, friend. The Regis will come to take your... Oh, it's you, Nora. So good to see you again. What's that? You're but her own suggestion, you say? The foul-mouthed wrong sends me word that an adventurer might be along for the job, and it turns out to be you. Oh, this makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? With regard to the task in question, there's a fair bit to tell you. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Ready for that briefing? Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for the interruption, Miona, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none step forward? And good morrow to you too, bold lord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Well, if it isn't our very own woman of all seasons. You certainly have a knack for appearing when you're most needed, Nori. My thanks for answering the call. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. I wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tantara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft, with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Delamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft, with orders to force the cultists out, unless the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. Since we thwarted their attack on the Guardian Tree, the Birdmen have not allowed us a moment's respite. They have probed every ilm of our defenses in search of a weakness, compelling me to spread our forces far more thinly than I would like. The situation so being, we have no choice but to entrust the task of dealing with the Lambs of Delamud to others. Can we rely on you to handle this matter, Nora? You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Tamtara Deepcroft, and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That's all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. I wonder if they're going to end up trying to call me in early tomorrow. Ouch. I'll start there. Alright, we've got to go over here, talk to this person. He's going to give us a levy quest, and we'll do it. So we can actually do living mates. So yeah, it's all good. Oh, this is unlocking guild tests. Right, let's go do the Tantara. Fight some cultists. Annoying man, I take it. Thanks for helping out, so. And that the Bull Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Gulf and purge it of the Lambs of Delamon. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cold emerged shortly before the calamity put an end. Yeah. We went through that yesterday. No, it might actually be better to do Party Finder instead. I could go in with a party of NPCs. Alright, I can do that. No, that's not it. Right. Oh, there's actually a good bit of people. We'll see. If I don't have anyone by this time this reaches to, I'll reach out to my FC. See. Alright. Won't get any comms, but that's fine. I can focus. I'm not focusing on that. Comms are a future thing, not worried about whatsoever. It's hot. None of them are a mentor, so I don't get the mentor bonus either. But I am eating. So, ideally, I would like to get to the point where I am also on my... I've got my, what do you call it? Mounts. Oh, I already have that. Ooh. Well, it is a sage, so it's a little harder to do big things. Okay. Oh no. That was scary. Hey, don't talk to me all night. Hello, Mother. Welcome back, Knight. I am reliably informed that your foray into the Dreamcraft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. You've made such a habit of succeeding that it's difficult not to take your talents for granted. Rest assured, however, Mother is impressed, even if she isn't surprised. Oh, Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with pretensions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with. And while this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. If yours is gone and it's all your fault, if you hadn't taken an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. You should have done more to lighten his burden. To hell's with his pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving. It's too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head, bury it, cremate it, do whatever you like with it. But, for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. Makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventures of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return well. It's not so much, at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. So, you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. The chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger. But I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now, off you go, Nori, and good luck. Okay. Oh, I need to go downstairs. I hate that I can't jump down onto the stairs. Hold on. Ruby Road Exchange. Actually, I'll do this and then I'll go find what's... I'll go to the Alchemist Guild. Welcome to the quest exam, friend. I'm a tad busy right now, if you wouldn't mind showing yourself down. Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale? You call Nora man by any chance? The innocent aware that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Yeah. I'll come back. I'm gonna skill real quick. Varian. You come on behalf of Jandalin? Why, I just furnished him with a fresh batch of my special creations last week. I realize the man's services are in demand, but it would be physically impossible for him to exhaust the entire supply so soon. Stolen, you say? An unfortunate turn of events indeed, if not entirely unexpected. You see, the man is something of a genius, and genius is often misunderstood by modest minds. Trust me, I speak from extensive personal experience. Yes, great minds must band together in trying times, lest the realm of be deprived of their talents. So I command you, deliver this parcel to Jandalane with all speed. Okay, now back to the Adventurers Guild. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Another second into that sun, and I would have been set afire. I go to the veil if you'd be so kind. Excellent time, Papa Sean. Just so happens the adventurer will be handling your petition is here. Oh, this winsome lass is the much-lauded adventurer, is she? Marvelous, marvelous. I shall make your acquaintance, my lady. I'm Papa Sean, formerly of the Sultan's One. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. I hope you'd like to apprise Nori of her mission. Of course, the petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. Relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecatoncheires. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and the presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. That's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. People of that age used the Hecatoncheires to work their mines, by way of enchanted helms. They were to bind the ferocious creatures to their will, but as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury, the Hecatoncheires, our ancestors, induced the collapse of the mines at lowest levels. So, it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about the copper mill in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. The mines were being reopened so as to meet the rise in demand for building materials, like as not. Our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gosh, I think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. A long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. And that makes them a dangerous to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task with which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great. So, I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Okay. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in western Thanaland. Do take care of you here. And one last thing before you depart. An employee of Imagina's sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa. He knows the Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. And for Painted Mesa, found him. Well, you're the adventurers volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? Yeah, I got some mess. I just hope you got skills to go with them. 'Cause things ain't pretty down there. The Hecatoncheires have left the place in the right state, and are a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second old dynasty was young. And it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the Turn would never have thought to reopen it. And we knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could have possibly survived being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Foreigners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue on the nation's glorious recovery, won't grind to a halt, or want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over this entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way out. The hope of the nation's resting with you, friend. Best of luck. Alright, let's head up and do some... it is. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that. I will use you. Horizon, please, and tank, yeah? Oh, we're already level 30? Nice. Hey, did I not get the food? I did. Oh, what I have on is technically better. There's been an incident at Copperbell Mines. We're here to ensure that its effects are contained. But for your own safety, I suggest you still stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurers volunteered to quell the Hecatoncheires? I think Papa Shan will be able to find something so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see it to them, the better. Make ready as best you can, and enter at will. Um... seem there's someone else here who is queued up. I hope it shan't take too long. Oh, there. I didn't have to reach out to the FC. Très bien. Love to see it. I'll have to come back through here. Why is this person going such small groups? I'm going over here first. Okay. Oh, she's just using the Emperor's new clothes. Now, which way does she choose to go? This way. I'll give it to you. Okay. Accommodation. Alright, I will probably do this next part and then call it a night. Because there is a very good chance that I will end up getting called in early tomorrow, because they tend to do that, or have been doing that the last, like, month and a half or two. It's been a hot minute that they keep doing it. Checkable portal tool, please, and thank you. Yeah. I don't know why they do it, but yeah, they've been doing that. This is quite irritating. Silly, considering they don't tell me that beforehand, and I don't usually. I'm usually a night owl, so I stay up late at night. I usually don't end up falling asleep until like 4 a.m. And then they call me like 4-ish hours later to be like, hey, you want to come in? You want to clock in for work early? I don't mind it because it's OT, but it's irritating. And the only reason, or they even did it last, the Monday before, or they did it on, they even did it on a Monday when I was off, like I had scheduled off work. The country of Copper Bell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's on your deck, friend. I'll share the good times with Papa Shan next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momoda. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in peace. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Hey, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. Oh, rot, you refugees are all the same. Can't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know? I'll keep the streets safe for the law-abiding citizens, but I'm a reasonable man. If you're agreed to serve me in whatever capacity I require. The authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 was my witness. Please, adventure, help me, I beg of you. I swear on my mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I saved. I only want to treat me children to a decent meal. I don't know who the heck are you when you're not at home? This dog's master. I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot teach him a lesson. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull you in. Same for you. Yeah. But you can't call on your friends either. I'm getting paid enough for this. Where the heck do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventure. Thank you thrice over. I swear, there were more refugees than last I looked. But you wouldn't be mistaken. It's been 5 years since the calamity. And they only coming here now. Simple, really. Well, a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity. Many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes. And problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Isn't it the same thing? Is the same thing happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yeah. Well, perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Oldal has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their president doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Guardian Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? They will come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know that what this place is like. If you've no coin, you know what will become of our city. All refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Canada. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Turn around. You'd think that old doll was well on its way to recovery. Peer through the veil of prosperity, and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Madam, are you alright? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? No, I saw her buy the coin, or buy the meat. I saw her buy the meat, say you? That's absurd. Hmm? As did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable adventure. Who said that? I will overlook this, but just this once. And bless you. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about. Okay. Case closed. So again, we've been keeping a close eye on you ever since you left Gridania. You discharged your duty as envoy impeccably, and never once faltered in the face of myriad dangers. More importantly, you were always ready to help those in need, even if you didn't stand to earn a guild by doing so. You are possessed of the qualities we seek in an adventurer. Of this, we are convinced. Even if you were kind of dragged into that business with the dodo meat. Yes, think you, Ida. And then there is the matter of your gift, so they say. You are curious of the nature of the vision you bore witness to moments ago. Well, we can help you to understand it. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too. We'd love for you to meet her. And meeting her is only the beginning. For we would also have you lend your strength to our cause. In return, we should be glad to assist your adventuring endeavors in whatever way we are able. Should you decide to take us up on our offer, I sincerely hope you will. Pray speak with Memoria, the proprietress of the Quicksand. It's a good friend of ours. She will tell you where to find us. Wait a minute. We haven't even told you the name of our order. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Defenders of Justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone. It's for Memoria. She knows already. Okay. We will save this for next time. So for now, I will see you all next time. The next time we will be joining the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and then we should hopefully get to the point where we can fight Ifrit. So yeah. And then after that, we join a free company and can finally use mounts. Can't wait for that. But I think once we unlock mounts, I will divert my attention and focus more on trying to level up some of the gatherers. And then go from leveling up gatherers to the crafters. Or should I just wait until I finish ARR? I don't know. I'll decide on that later. But for now, good night.